We ain't got that many in chat, only 7.
Well, that's normal. It'll probably take them a few to
Oh,
get
y'all say
on.
something. I got to get something. Y'all talk.
Something?
Well, something. Oh, got this fancy little banner going.
Something. Okay, I had to get a reminder here. Oh shit, who's got something on?
What are you reminding yourself for?
Somebody's got an echo.
Not me.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's
I
probably
found out
you.
what it was. I had the TV on. I had the volume up. My wife was sitting here pointing at it the whole time, and I didn't catch on to what she was pointing at.
Well, she could have smacked you in the back of the head and then pointed.
She'd probably get a better reaction. Okay. We have Sniffer. We got Dana B. We got Longboard Mom. I ain't seen her in here in a while.
Hey, longboard mom.
Lake Ferry. Susie D. Great jams. Ooh, I feel honored. Bubble Bibble.
Oh, you're getting better with that one.
Tell me
Yeah, that was good.
Regina S. Rhaegar Adventures. Life with Bobby.
Ragnar.
Don't even go there, Bushcraft. I heard that snort.
You remember
August Mary Moon? I'm reading.
Vikings?
Yeah.
The main guy, Ragnar.
Okay, Ragnar.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, next time I see his name, I'll still say it like that.
Probably.
Carson, 1954. Great jams. Man, I feel double honored. TH2. I welcome everybody tonight.
Interesting.
And you're very. That's what I'm saying. And I hope everybody gets a little something out of what's going to be said tonight. This is going to be one of those streams where the field is mainly going to be wide open. Talk about any and everything that's legal to say.
Yeah, I found out that I had to go to school last night. I had to go to class.
Did you study for it?
No, but I took a test.
Well, now how'd you do on the test?
Oh, I passed.
Well,
now I have to wait 90 days, and then I'll get my warning removed from my channel.
Wait a minute, you still got to wait 90 days after going to class?
Yeah.
Well, what's the point of going?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess they want to make sure that I don't get in trouble in the 90 days, so I have to be careful.
They call it restructuring your social credit.
But pretty much. I've been trying to
That's crazy.
fix things so I can get over a couple hundred views on a video when I used to get 20 and 30,000 on a video.
Well, let me say this right here. Everybody knows what a sawmill is. They stuck out mainly, off to themselves, and 90% of them are guys that work there. Men, capitalized letters. And a guy I know, he is way up there in management. he had to go to class on how to address people on proper nouns and everything. My first question that came out of my mouth, and I've got to reword it here, but why would you learn something like that in a sawmill? Most of those type people won't even walk into a sawmill.
Well, it's not those people. It's the people who own the sawmill.
Trust me, I know these guys too. Okay.
The corporate people?
Yeah, they're not corporate. I'll
Oh,
put it like that. They're not corporate.
well, then there's somebody up there that is
Somebody
pushing it.
complained about something.
Yeah, there's somebody up top that's pushing it, because if nobody cares about it, that's working there, what's the big deal about it?
I'd have to do a little bit more inquiring on it. And
Yeah, or
everything.
maybe insurance.
Now it's a possibility it could be with insurance.
Yeah, the people who run the insurance company is.
But I do know that this sawmill does not sell to the public. Okay. It's big corporations, like Lowe's and Home Depot, like that right there. But there is orders that come in. They don't go up to the sawmill and say they need 100,000 yards of certain boards, like that. And the people that own this sawmill, truthfully, I don't see how they've lasted as long as they have. But it's one of the biggest sawmills, probably within 50-mile radius of this city.
Yeah, I like to get tabletops from sawmills. You get some cutoffs that they usually just
Discarded cuts.
scrapped out, but those make some of the best tabletops.
Oh, I agree.
Or countertops, or depending what you're working with.
Well, see, I'd like to have a truckload of slabs, because that way, I can build me a little shed or shack. I can take them slabs, debark them, and use them for siding.
Yeah.
But they're going to
You're talking about the top cuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that right there.
There's a lot of people
The ones that they discard.
Yeah.
And trust me, the green ones, they heavy. Because when I worked in the sawmill, I had to turn logs and tote slabs. I done that the first year. And dude, straight up, plain and simple, that was the best shape I have ever been in my life. Was when I was logs and toting slabs. And for anybody who has not done manual labor, stay away from it, because you won't last a week.
Shape up or ship out.
You're big time and quick.
Y'all know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
The reason I got that job, and now you got to admit, I was 15, okay? Was not supposed to be working legally in a place like that. I thought I was Billy Badass, because I was out lifting weights and, so forth like that at the time. And I got a job at the Sawmill. I worked there for a month and went home and lifted weights, and it was like 110 pounds on there. It was like 10 pounds after working in the Sawmill. I don't think I've touched the weight since, but dude, you working muscles, you just don't work when you working out with barbells and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, Lake. I appreciate that. I'm going to get into it here in a little bit. But I got to wait my time before I get fired up on it.
It's like them guys that take them certain type of boats and go pull that the wood out the water,
Oh, man.
driftwood and stuff like that.
Yeah, waterlogged.
Yeah, and them guys come buy it up. It's got the right kind of grain and stuff like that on it. They'll buy it up and make flooring and stuff with it.
Boss man, you talking buku money doing that right there. But my problem is the ones that I've seen where they jump out of the boat and go to, man, them alligators in them there waters. I ain't going down there with them gators.
Oh yeah, they all in the waters around here.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm sorry.
Takes a different type of individual to do something like that.
There is one guy that I've watched a few times. I cannot think of his name right now. I don't think that guy's got any sense whatsoever because he just don't care when he gets in the water. And,
Live action guy.
Oh, Turtle Man.
Live action.
I think it may be Turtle Man.
I used to like watching that show.
Yeah.
He'd go pull a possum out somebody's attic and he'd get $25 and a apple pie.
Yeah.
There was always a
fire a chicken.
Yeah, some type of barter.
Now, I think out of all the shows I like, and it's still on, is Troy Lambert, Alligator Man. That's one of them. And the other one, which was quite a few years ago, where they went out catching feral hogs. And there was two women that had their own shows. I'm not going to get
They were out in
into it.
Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it, but I cannot see how in the world they ran fast enough to catch a hog.
Oh, it's an adrenaline rush for sure, but you got to know what you're doing.
Dogs would have a bulletproof vest on them.
Yeah.
So they didn't get scarred up.
And them hogs will scar you up quicker than anything. You don't watch them.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Barry J. But I mean, it seems like shows like that right there. Okay. And I'm not going to say all of them, but if they had to exterminate a lot of hogs, what they done, instead of throwing the meat and everything away, they would go ahead and skin it and everything, and they would take it to homeless shelters.
Yeah.
And my opinion, hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Not really.
That's the thing with them shows. When they first start off, they're really good. And then they get a lot of views and stuff. And then they go, oh, well, let's make it more interesting.
Yeah.
And they try to script the show, and it usually ruins it.
Well, now, when Survivor first came on, they had real people coming up on there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The first couple of seasons. Then they started putting actors in there and so forth like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. You
Yeah,
know.
now it's whatever, take your pick. Like one year it was uh, race issues,
Yeah.
which is usually always, and then it was, the trans thingies, and it bleeds over to it, and we don't want to watch that. We want to watch the dang Survivor show. We
Yeah,
don't want to watch, what's going on in the world type crap. And they make a big deal out of it and force it upon you. And it's like, click,
yeah,
don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Big Brother.
yeah. Same thing.
One year they were, with the dude that had his neck squished or whatever. That year they overloaded the house with certain race, and they won it. They snowballed and took everybody out, and they ended up, one of them won it.
15 minutes is up.
And it pretty much, you could tell it was scripted a certain way to where it was one-sided.
No longer reality at that point. It's like you said, it's scripted TV.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched that show. Just like I've never watched that other show with the women on there.
Golden
Were
Girls?
they at, who?
The Golden Girls.
Oh,
No,
the
I used to watch it.
Housewives.
The Real Housewives.
Now I watched 3 or 4 of them, but all these were something like one of them was a mother and the rest of them were sisters.
Oh, I have no idea.
No, not Real Housewives.
Oh, the
Kardashians.
Kardashians. The Kardashians.
Kardashians.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I have never watched one of them at all.
Did I know that?
Yeah, you don't want to watch that.
Because I was fixing to say the tennis player that had the sex change ended up marrying the mother on there.
He was I don't know if you can still call him he was, but
Yeah,
Olympian, Olympian, gold medalist or whatever.
Man's man back in the day.
Yeah.
On the Wheaties box and everything.
Yeah, he was. And
that Wheaties box went way up too.
Yeah, it did.
Well, eating Wheaties back in, if that's what eating Wheaties did to them, maybe
Glad I never ate it.
Why there's a lot of them turning.
Yeah, TH2, Jeff loves Watch the View.
Huh.
Y'all really wanting to get me fired up, ain't you?
he loves listening to Whoopi.
No, hell no.
I hear you.
I could just hear Jeff if that was on. I could hear him screaming and hollering.
Do it again, to see if I don't ban you.
Oh.
He's sitting back laughing his ass off. But, what is y'all's view, one at a time?
I don't like The View.
No, wait a damn minute. Let me finish. One at a time, starting with bushcraft of what's going on with Israel and Iran. What do you think?
It's not Iran. It's
Iran.
Hamas, which could be funded by Iran. The thing is, everything around Israel is against Israel. The big countries, Egypt, you can all those places.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? What?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I just don't know. I think it's just been something that's just been going on longer than any of us here were alive. Could be at a political boiling point. I don't know.
Yeah. It goes on. You go back to the 50s.
Yeah.
There was the big thing then, the 70s.
Yeah.
We actually, or not we, they took land because they fought whoever and took their land. That's why Egypt stopped, against them so much, because the land that he took was full of oil, and they gave it back to Egypt and signed the peace treaties and everything. I think that was in 78. And
Look, Bigfoot, I hope you're having a good evening. My opinion is, with what's going on with Russia and what's going on with China and so forth, and I have heard that I can't remember if it's China or if it's North Korea who is funding a certain side over there. But
we are.
It's
It's already been documented that the stuff that was sent to Ukraine was sold to the ones who attacked Israel.
Okay, now I'm gonna go back on memory here a little bit. What was it not Biden who left all of our stuff over there?
Not there. That's
well, wait a minute
whole
now.
different area.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, you're right, in a different area. But I'm not going to say all of it, but I will say right much of it was kind of sold over there. And some of the stuff that they are using is what we left. I'm talking about small arms, okay? I'm talking about the M16s, the ammunition, and maybe a few tanks and jeeps, okay? But the point of the matter is, I do believe that if they get right down to it, running serial numbers and everything, it's going to come back on us.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's already been documented that the stuff that we sent to Ukraine was sold to them.
Well, the time is right now, in my opinion. This will be the fuse that may start. Now, I said may start the next war. I hope I'm wrong.
That they're already at war right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are. Okay. What I'm talking about is World War III, where everybody gets pulled in. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I mean. I think the time is right for this to happen.
The only way that's going to happen, the thing is, everybody makes too much dang money off of us. If you take that away, you lose billions and billions of dollars every day, and it would have to take extreme something happen to where it would go to that. It's some of the stuff that people are blabbing about, it's starting. This is the beginning of it. And they said that with Ukraine. They said that with Taiwan. They said that with North Korea.
Now, about a year ago, when Russia started happening and China decided to move in, everybody was talking about they thought that we're going to go to war with them. And I made a statement that no, we're not. I said, what you need to look out for is over in the Middle East with Iran and the countries over there. I said, they're going to be the ones that you need to keep an eye on. You know, and about a year later, look what's happening.
I think if you go down the road that way, the only way is if our which it's already going that way, but if our dollar just dies, then they will try to come in and take over, and then that's when it would happen.
Okay, it's like
it's all about money. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's money.
Money.
Money and power.
It's like this. Everything starts out as a conspiracy theory. And I know I'm on my channel. I don't give a flip. Okay. It all starts with a conspiracy theory until it becomes real. Plain and simple. And right now, like you said, everybody is talking BS. They not getting facts or anything like it of what's really happening. It's mainly clickbait this, clickbait that to get views. And it's not that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have the views, but it's how I'm thinking.
You want to get it honestly.
Yeah, and to be truthful, I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
Yeah.
But I think within the next couple of years, I mean, it's going to start, everything starts somewhere, regardless. And Bushcraft's right. War, that's where countries make money, is during the war. You know.
Yeah, look how much Ukraine's made.
Well, believe it or not, everybody before China stepped in was against Russia. Look how much money Russia made doing this, what they were doing. Because
I'm trying to think of, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I think I got a little lag. I'm sorry.
But Russia, they made money off of invading. Now, oh God, with our so-called asshole in charge, like I said, yeah, it's my channel. I don't care. Okay, he's done sent them, oh God, billions of dollars. Okay. Where's all that money going? The only thing I can think of, big part of is going in his back pocket. You know, I mean, it's Reuben D. He's a peckerwood. No, he's a peckerhead. I have no trust whatsoever in our laws. And I didn't say cops because they're doing what they're told to do. And you've got a whole bunch of good police officers out there. Don't get me wrong. But I can't think of a good politician, really. The only one I can think of is Trump. But then again, and I've said this before, there's not a politician nowhere that don't have dirt on their hands somewhere along the line. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how much people like you. Somewhere along the line, there's dirt on your hands.
Definitely to make it to their level of the game. I would imagine so. I mean, I imagine there's a lot of low level people that didn't want to take that next step. They're still trying to put up a good fight. I like to think they're out there somewhere.
Oh, I'd like to think that too. But then again, I'd like to see them. And then when I do see them, the first thing that goes through my mind is, how good of a lie are you telling? Used to, when you voted in a president or a politician, what you was voting on was how good of a lie they told to get in there. Now, you can't tell me I'm wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, and people got to talking about oh, I can't think of the name of the word I want to use. Let's say like the North and the South going at it. It ain't going to be North and the South. I'm sorry. It's not going to be blacks against whites, you know, but I do think there's going to be something to come like that.
I don't know. I know there's always going to be wars and rumors of war. Hell, I was born in '88, and I think I can't think of a time since I was born that we hadn't been in a state of war or something. If it wasn't, if it wasn't an Iraqi war or an Afghanistan war or the war on cybersecurity,
Exactly.
The war against freedom.
Well,
I don't necessarily put too much worry about what's going on over there. I do pray for the people though, because it's a lot of innocence. I'm more worried about stuff that's happening inside, like the inside job.
well, like I said, it's got to start somewhere. Somebody's got to say something to get somebody fired up enough to do what's going on. And, you said it. We've all heard it coming up. The Bible says wars and rumors of wars. Okay. And I was born in 61. Okay. And when I started, let's say, really getting into it, that's all I ever heard. And that's what's coming up now. And now it's worse now than what it was, 20, 30, 40 years ago. It I call it the instruction book or the Bible or whatever, but
my roadmap.
Yeah, roadmap.
Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yeah, and I said this the other night. I don't know if I was on somebody's channel or watching somebody's channel. Everybody's put on Earth for a reason. We may not understand the reason that we're here. The way I look at it is heaven is fighting with the dark side all the time. Okay. He has put us here on earth to see if, let's say, which way that we would go. But yet again, God also knows how it's going to go. He's just testing us right now. And everybody has a free will to think the way they want. He gives us the free will to pray and go good or not to pray and go bad. You know, there. I'm getting a controversy started up on this, but everybody kind of understands what I'm trying to say with that.
Yeah.
You know, and again, that's how I'm thinking. So.
You know what the word spam, you know what it actually means or stands for?
Making Bigfoot sick.
Salt preserves all meat. Spam.
You know, I never thought about that.
Hey, I didn't know that till today, so we learned together.
Well, that's how they preserved raw meat back then. Was plenty of salt. Anybody in chat got any questions? Now, if I got somebody ticked off, I'm sorry. I'll apologize.
Oh no.
Well,
I don't think so. Maybe soon, maybe not.
You know, but then again, don't send me no hate mail. I don't care. Dig deeper. Spam the devil into flesh.
There you go.
Now, spam ain't bad if it's fried up. And sitting here thinking, I don't see how in the world I used to eat raw spam on sandwiches when I was a kid, but I did.
It's a different spam.
Yeah.
I will give you this. It tasted better back then than what it does now.
Why do you think everything that's bad now is called spam? Spam mail, spam calls.
Spam Pelosi,
There
spam
you
Biden.
go. It's very interchangeable.
I seen this thing on TikTok where this she was getting this phone call, a scammer, and they were talking, and then all of a sudden she goes, "And live here with me, we're on the phone with so and so who's trying to scam people out of their money. Do you have anything to say?" And click. She was sounding like a reporter on a TV show.
Connie Carlo, fix me one with a little mayonnaise on it, please.
Speaking, she got a tomato sandwich.
No, spam sandwich.
I got.
Did you notice how I said that right? Sandwich is Appalachian for sandwich.
2 M's.
That's it. Grace Johnson. My cats won't eat vein and weenies.
I did as a kid, but that's when it stopped.
Oh, I still eat those.
If I absolutely have to, I would. But man, I ate them enough as a kid.
Well, you figure vein of sausages vein of weenies with a pack of crackers or beanie weenies with a pack of crackers. That's what we used to call lunch back in the day.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't even think you could get it for under $1 now.
What was it? Something like 30 to 50 cents a can back, 10, 15 years ago?
Probably $1.25 now.
I remember going, you could get, what, 3 for $1 or 2 for $1, something like that. And when I was working, buy it by the case, that would last us about a month,
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, the good old days.
See, what now? You starting to sound like your daddy. Yeah, that was back in the good old days. And the bad thing about it is, I heard the same thing coming up.
We still got plenty of more good days, though. We can make them good.
Well, I look at it like this. As long as I stay home, I'm going to have good days because I don't have to go out and listen to a bunch of BS or, you know, people in a hurry to get nowhere in their vehicles.
Oh,
Yeah. Everybody's in a hurry to get nowhere.
Exactly. Bush, have I been talking that much? You ain't talking much tonight. What's
Oh.
wrong?
I'm just sitting back, listening.
Well, now, come on now. You got to get your 2 or 3 or 4 cents. Well, today's prices, you got to get your 20 cents worth in now.
Well, I think I'm at the point where I'm sick of hearing about it. You know what I mean? It's the same crap all the time.
It is. It is.
It's ridiculous. That's why I went totally off center field and did something, you know, Mandela effect. Because
Well,
it's being force fed to us 24/7. Everywhere we go, it's the same thing. And every YouTuber, they're spamming all the images and things like that. And nobody cares about the parents that have to come across that or whatnot. It's
okay.
And the lady that's in the back of the truck, she's supposed to be in a hospital somewhere. Fine. It goes from one thing to another, and even on the major news, they flash it right up on the news, not caring who sees it.
Well, now that right there, what you talking about, the lady on the bike, I've seen. That's the only one I've seen. I've not seen the one with a pickup truck.
Well, the lady on the bike, they are saying they showed that video, and it's from like 12 years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, see, you just spreaded some information I don't think a lot of us realized. But let me say this right here, okay? When I first got into this, let's say 2019, in 2019, I was getting my feet wet. I had no idea about, let's say, really nothing going on. Okay. I was getting into canning, is what I was getting into. And then one thing led to another, and so on and so forth. And I am where I'm at now. Okay. People like us and people who is in chat, we practically know all of this, what you just said. Now, the way this world has gotten, there's a whole bunch of new people who is coming in. They have no idea. They like I am. Okay. They need to be educated on what's going on, how to do this, how to do that. And you have said, well, you're not the only one that said it. I've said it, bunch of other creators have said this. Just because you've got flint rock, you've got knowledge on how to do something, if you've not gone out and done it, you don't know shit. That ain't the way it was said, but that's the way I'm saying it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to use this as an example. Let's say a bow drill. Okay. A lot of people up in here know what a bow drill is. You got to have the right wood to do it. You can't go out there and just do it with any wood. And see, and I've watched streams that uses bow drills. They never said that. There may be one or two that has said that. Charcoal, how to make your own charcoal. The biggest part of us know how to do that. I didn't know how to make it until I watched, who was it? Matter of fact, I think it was, I can't even think of his name now. But what you do when you burn wood and everything, right there's charcoal. You go through, you pick it out. You can use that for a water purification. Has anybody done a water purification with straw, sand, and charcoal here lately within the last couple of years? And I'll bet you there's a few of them out there that don't know how to do it.
No, they use them little life straws and claim
Okay.
those are the best things in the world.
Well,
which they're not.
I'm not gonna say they are the best things, but when
They're
that's all you got, and do this right here. Boil your water, because I don't care what life straw you got, there's going to be some germs that life straw will not stop. But yet you boil your water, then the chances are, you've done killed all the germs off. But make damn sure it's cold before you take a swallow.
You're making coffee.
Well, you got a good point there. I can't stand cold coffee. But I do think it's about time for the creators to start recapping a bunch of the stuff that they have done for the people who are just now starting to come into it. Because look at it. You go to the grocery store now, you're a prepper or a homesteader, when they in line at the grocery store, they see a person buying a case of this and a case of that and stocking up. First things that go through their mind, he's a prepper, but yet you don't say nothing. I think we need to start recapping on what we have done since 2019. That's what, 4 years, 5 years? I think we need to get back to it for the people who's just coming into this. There is more coming into this now than a year ago or 2 years ago. They have no idea, the date on a can. That date comes up, throw it away. No, you don't. Just because the date ran out a month ago don't mean it's bad. But there are ways to tell if it has gone bad. If it's bulged out, if it's dented up, and bushcraft, you have turned something up, and it was what, mold in the bottom of it at one time?
Mhm.
See? And
Trial and error.
yeah. Grace, only if you come on with me. Now I can go out. I ain't gonna say a drenched woods, but I know what type of wood to get when it's been raining to start a fire with. And there are certain types of wood to use.
Even Les Stroud, he will tell you it's not impossible, but it's extremely hard to start a fire with a bow drill. And he does it. He's done it thousands of times.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he can go out and he'll get the right wood that you're supposed to get, and he'll be sitting there spinning that thing left and right for 45 minutes to 2 hours and won't do nothing. And he'll go get another different type of wood to see if that works, and trial and error to go through to try to get fire started.
Yeah.
I've seen him take 2 days to start a fire with a bow drill.
Mm.
Just because you know how to do something don't mean you can do it. Go out there and do it the first time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, let's say with damn, what is wrong with me tonight? A flint and steel. You know how to work it and everything. You got all the right elements there. You may not start it the first time all the way up to the first 4 or 5 times. You know.
That's why anybody can carry a lighter with them, but what happens if the lighter goes out? You need another. I like to have 5 different ways to start a fire
Yeah.
at any given time. Not counting what I know in my head. I mean physical things.
Yeah.
That now I can have on hand at that moment that I can start a fire with. And just because one thing may not work, the other thing might be easier.
True. Well, now you could take again, I'm using this as an example, okay? You can take a big lighter, take the shroud off, that metal shroud off around it. As long as it's got a spark, you have a chance of starting the fire. I got all the right stuff with me. Let's say I've got cotton balls with Vaseline on it. The chance, in theory, the first couple of strikes, it ought to fire up. But in reality, hell, it's liable to take 10, 15, up to 100 to where your thumb is sore.
And unfortunately, everybody thinks that is the best way is that cotton ball in the Vaseline. It's not.
Exactly.
Because that it's been force fed to you all through all those weekend, survivalist people that say, oh, you get all this Vaseline and you put it on there. It doesn't light that easy. One of the best things you can have is char cloth, and it's simple to make.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, how many people know how to do char cloth? I know how to do it, but I've never done it.
Oh, I've got it. Got a big old stack of. I got 3, 4
cloth
different.
or a Brillo pad.
Yeah, a Brillo pad with a 9-volt battery. Well, it don't necessarily.
You can just light it now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, they saturate them so much now. Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, I know Ragnar knows how to do char cloth. I've got like
oh,
in my bug out bag, I got like 6 containers that I can use to make char cloth with.
okay. Now, hold on for a minute. Making char cloth, you can't use just any type of cloth. There is a certain type of cloth you have to have.
Well, no, you can use wood. Wood is the same. You can use wood. You put little pieces of wood in the same container you make char cloth with, and you can use punk wood.
Okay, hold it
And
right there.
put it in there, and it makes it to where as soon as you hit a spark on that thing, it's woof.
Okay, now hold on. I've only heard of cotton. Okay, I've never heard of wait a minute. I've never heard of the wood doing that or anything. Now,
Yeah,
you just taught me something I did not know. Now,
you
the
can.
whole point of this is people need to go back and tell people, how to do things. That's the whole point of this conversation. And
Well,
you just taught me something I did not know.
the only thing is that the fake stuff, the polyester stuff, because that's just going to melt.
Cotton shirt.
You can use corduroy, you can use jeans, you can use any of that thing. All it does is it takes out it concentrates it basically turns into charcoal.
Right.
But usually everybody uses cotton, but you can use wool, you can use all kinds of different, like I said, you can use wood because all you're doing is making charcoal.
Yeah.
And all you do is you hit a spark on that thing and it lights right up. That's one for flint and steel. That's the easiest way to start a fire with
See, like I said,
char cloth. And all you do is hold it right there and go, and you got it right there in your finger. You don't have to put it in a bird's nest and then slide it over or anything. You have it right there in your finger because that's right where the spark goes.
See, I mean, people like us, and I said us, I think maybe we ought to do some recaps on some stuff.
You can make 1,000 different videos. It doesn't do no good if nobody goes and watches them.
Well, again, if we've got new people coming in, there's on my channel, your channel,
not my channel.
Well, but it's coming up, damn, I cannot think of his name. And he is very well popular, and I can't think of his name. Arkansas man.
Ark
Wild Man, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, him. Corporal's Corner. I mean, there is a few good ones out there. And you have got to stream through quite a few of them to find the one that meets that you understand how to do something.
It's just like the preppers.
Yeah.
There's so many prepper channels out there that copy from other preppers and then they try to pass it off as this is how you do it and everything, but they've never done it. You probably go to their house and they got maybe 5 cans of SpaghettiOs and that's it.
Yeah.
They don't have any food put back or anything like that. It's just, I'm going to play a prepper on YouTube.
Bigfoot, you got anything going tonight?
No, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like about it like this, it's hard to achieve a state of perfection, but the first step is practice.
Exactly. Practice and prepare. And I'll tell you something else. A prepper is that it does not get advertised. They also know how to can and water bath. Also, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
I think my opinion is in order to become a prepper, you have to know that. And in order to know it, you have to do it. And Lake Ferry says she is a prepper in laundry and stuff like that. But I mean, everything right now in the news is 99.9% a lie. I don't think I've watched the news in what, 3, 4 years, to be truthful about it. The only news I watch is my local news to see what the weather's going to be like. And hell, half the time they wrong with that,
Mm.
you know.
You know what I
But
think it is? So you remember
well,
the first Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the old one, when they were riding in the boat and they were going down the tunnel and they seen all those flashes of that horrible stuff down the tunnel and they were going fast and panicking. I think that's almost kind of like what it is, is just so much stuff flashing and you got to look over here and you got to look over here and oh my
Mhm.
goodness, look up there.
yeah,
Um, and at the same time, you're just getting distracted by all this stuff, but we're still in that boat, but we're not grounded. It's hard to stay focused. That's, I think that's what it's like, going through that tunnel.
yeah. Now, Phil R said you should have 30 days of food, FEMA says. You ask a good prepper, they're going to tell you to start out with at least a year. And Lake, as far as doing laundry, my wife won't let me do laundry no more.
And it depends on how big your family is, how many people are in direct dependence of you.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we're seeing a lot more of that, families, people are having to do that now out of necessity.
Now, okay, hold on, because something just triggered my memory. You've got Grace Johnson, who's got a channel, and she's doing some things up on her channel. And if somebody could, I don't know if I'd get in trouble for saying this or not. If somebody could drop her link, please do. She's got a pretty decent channel. Starting, I'm not sure if it's just starting out, but she's got a pretty decent one. Women is more in trend to. I may be wrong with this, to go with another woman on prepping and so forth, because a woman could or can understand a woman better than they can a man.
Yeah,
I
certain
mean,
things, yeah, it's more relatable. I try to learn a little bit from everybody, but yeah, as far
uh,
as yeah.
I mean, you know, women who has a channel and just start sharing. I mean, it ain't just women.
Oh yeah.
It's you know, it's men too. Get up there, hit a recap. And I know I've not done nothing, but the fact is, I really don't know how. I have put stuff up, but I don't know how to go back and edit. I asked Bushcraft, I think, last week, if I could do this before I post it. And he told me, yeah, that's how he does all of his, you know. But like I've been talking, I've got to get out there. I've got to practice. I've got to do a few of them. And the only way a person is going to get good at doing what they're doing is making mistakes. That's the only way, period, a person can be good is make mistakes.
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah. And, Grace Johnson, she may be a Yankee, but she knows what she's talking about. Sorry, Grace, I had to do that. But I'm going to calm down here and I'm going to let the two of y'all talk about a bunch of whatever, BS, What?
Well, I was gonna give you a quick shout out. I seen it was National Fossil Day.
Oh, you asshole.
You're
You should
welcome.
have done that to trust. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody knows what the Big Dipper is, right? Well, trust was around when it was a coffee cup. But I will give that to you, Watt. That was pretty good, even if it was on me.
You ever heard of this? Pretty sure you heard of the store J.C. Penney. Do you ever know what the J and the C stood for in J.C. Penney?
No.
I used to.
James Cash Penney.
Yeah.
No.
I was thinking it was James for some reason.
Life with Bobby, you really didn't have to go there with that one. I get that enough from bushcraft.
Wow, that was the real life Richie Rich kid.
Yeah.
Had a dog named Dollar. But
I had this crime channel come asking me if I'd go up on their channel, explain the what you call it, Lindbergh thing. I'm like, no. I don't want, because I did all the research while investigating on it. And when I brought it up Monday, evidently somebody watched it and gave it to one of them crime channels. True crime.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people out there who watch our channel, but yet they don't ever come in chat or or they watch us on TV, because right now, in order for me to see something, I got to watch it on my TV. I'm talking on my laptop right here, and I'm looking at chat and my cell phone. The only reason I got it on my cell phone, if somebody gets out of hand, if I can catch somebody getting out of hand, I can time them out or whatever on my cell phone.
Man, sounds like you got it figured out.
It took me a while, trust me. That's because I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh yeah, it's like when my mom got her first smartphone and she's trying to tell me everything like she's figured it out, you know? Oh, yeah, look here, look what you can do over here. Yeah. Oh man, you can't tell her nothing now.
Oh, be charming. With that comment right there, I never really seen my mother canned nothing. I think when I was about 5 or 6 years old, she tried, and that was it. But all of my aunts on both sides of the family coming up, they canned this, they canned that. And in 2019, when I was getting my feet wet, all of my aunts have done passed, or I can't get in touch with them no more. The only way I learned how to can was on YouTube, and I bought books, you know, but, and now I do a little bit of canning. Phil R., we don't have to get that technical about it, okay?
Yeah, definitely lose a little bit over time. I know I got to meet one of my great grandmothers, and yeah, she was real heavy. She canned anything she could get a hold of.
Yeah. I didn't know you could can pineapple
Um,
until the beginning of this year.
I imagine. I don't know.
Well, if it's in a can in the store, you can can it.
Yeah,
Good
that's
way,
what
of,
I thought.
good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What is your opinion on that, Bushcraft? I know what mine is.
Canning is freeing.
Like relaxing, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I misread that. I thought it was freezing.
Oh,
I looked at it wrong, and I apologize. I got dyslexia.
Like,
Now, the last thing I canned was taco soup. It's just good. I mean, it got a good bite to it. It was an accident that it got that much of a bite, but it'll warm you up on a good cold day. It'd probably melt the snow off top of your house.
it's getting to be that season.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Well, I look at it like this. Anybody who does a garden, and I said anybody, some way, somehow or another, they're putting up for wintertime. Whether they're freezing, whether they're freezing it, they dehydrating, or they're canning. They're putting up for wintertime. And I don't think they're putting up because of what's coming up. Here in the last 3 years, people that know how to can.
I was doing it well before that because I remember, and it could have been, thinking about the Y2K thing, but I remember before that I was canning because we had a good 8 rows of green beans and yellow wax beans, and I remember tanning those up outside and whatnot. And then I heard about Y2K thing. Only I was really good with computers, and I ran tests myself, and nothing ever happened. But I found out that there's a lot of people going out and buying up a bunch of stuff. So my thought was, I want to have it when there's nothing on the shelves. from, people freaking out and buying all the stuff up. So my idea was the stockpile a lot of food back. And it's a good thing I did, because that's exactly what happened. Y2K came, it was in December. There was nothing on the shelves in the smaller towns because everybody went and bought everything out.
I remember that year.
You see what Dana B said, right? No, it's highlighted. I got it on screen.
That's Be Charming.
Who'd I say?
You said Dana B.
Yeah, let me do it. Okay, I apologize. Be Charming. Back on food again.
Yeah, well, we ain't left food when the spam conversation came up. But like I said, and I was right. Everybody went out and freaked out. It wasn't that big of a deal because a month later everything was back to normal. Since everybody freaked out about it.
Yeah.
I made a lot of money off of it because I wrote a program that when Y2K came around, it fixed it. Because I just, instead of, Microsoft not figuring it out, which they probably did, but I just put an O or a 0 at the end. And that's all it was. That's the thing. They never figured to go to 2000 to 2000. It only went up to 1999, and they
like a speedometer.
Oh no, what do we do? And all you had to do was add a 0 to the end of 1999, and then whenever it flipped, it went to 2000. It was fine.
Oh, I love fruit leather.
And that
Be Charming. Thank you for talking Southern or hillbilly. Sandwiches, not sandwich, sandwiches.
And then we had all this food, and wife said, "What are we gonna do with it?" And I said, "Well, just continue what we're doing in case something does happen again." 2001 came. You remember how all the prices of everything went sky high, and then they had to put a freeze on the price and everything after September thing.
Yep.
And everybody went out and freaked out and bought a bunch of stuff. And we stayed home, didn't go to the store or anything, just watched it all go by as sitting on the couch because we already had all of our food.
Well, back then when we bought food, we filled our cabinets, our freezer, and our refrigerator. But it wasn't because of the Y2K. It's because I had, let's say, 15 kids, okay? I had my 2 plus the neighborhood kids, and we would come over. And every weekend it rolled around, I would take half the kids out to eat one weekend. The other weekend, I'd take the other half that didn't go. And I would go out and spend $60 at a restaurant, and which was high, but yet I give the youngins something to remember, And there was a couple of them whose parents never took them to a restaurant. They had no idea how to order nothing off of a menu. They didn't know what to get. you know, but the point, I reckon one of the points is this right here. Practically every house in the neighborhood somewhere along the line got robbed, except mine. And I hate to say it like that, but I coming up, every neighborhood had that one house that where all the young'uns would come to. That was my house and my mother-in-law's house. That's the two houses in that neighborhood all the kids came to because we treated the kids with respect. We taught the kids what the parents wouldn't teach them. I'm not going to say bad stuff, but like that. And I'm thinking today that a few of those kids are remembering us for teaching them this stuff. Mushroom sandwiches. I have never heard that. I'm going to have to try that.
Sounds interesting.
You get them big
I love
portobello mushrooms.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
things are
They're
good on
good.
the grill.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Me and the wife, we just went out window shopping yesterday. And there's a new meat market that opened up here in town. Okay. And I was telling her about it a while back ago. I went and bought a pound of sausage from them. And I mean, it's fresh sausage. Okay. And it is a little bit on the high side. But when I saw, what was it, almost $7, and it wasn't even hardly a pound, I put it back. I ain't paying that much.
Yeah.
It is fresh. And I saw in there for one scallop wrapped with bacon was $3.99. Shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Per scallop?
Per scallop.
Man.
Tell me about wife asked me, she said
that fresh market too.
I don't care. I'm not paying $4 for one scallop, about the size of a 50-cent piece.
Yeah, that's. Ooh.
But the wife asked me, she said, "You see anything in here you want to get?" I went, "Nope, let's go." They got picking. Yeah. Look, 2 steaks in there. Not filet mignon, but it's the longer one.
New York strip.
Yeah, New York strip. Damn near $15 per steak. Hell no. Bye. No. I know food has gone up. Give me Piggly Wiggly. Give me Food Line, somewhere like that. I know they're going to be expensive, but they can't be that much more expensive. Shit, I'll go back to the old days and eat mud pies for that.
Yeah. It definitely makes it tough. You hear that term, I think I hear it a lot more now. They like to say a food desert. Have you ever heard that term before?
I've heard it, but I couldn't give you the meaning of it.
Pretty much basically, where a particular town or city or whatever has built up a dependence on certain said grocery stores, and then they start moving out, phasing out, or nothing really in your immediate area. You got to travel 30, 40 miles one way to get to something. If you're not, growing it and sustaining it yourself.
Well, now, in my town, okay, in my town. I am not including Walmart on this.
Yeah.
We got 2 grocery stores, a Piggly Wiggly and a Food Line. That's it. So you can imagine the prices in them stores. And they not, they not cheap to begin with. It ain't like a big town where I'm gonna say you got within a half a mile, 10 or 15 grocery stores. Because everybody's gonna be undercutting people just to stay in business.
And so y'all don't even have like a Kroger? You don't have a Kroger neither?
No, I'm telling you, the only 2 grocery stores we got, and I'm not naming Walmart, Piggly Wiggly and Food Line. That's it. No Kroger, no other big stores like that. That's it.
Yeah, I like going to the Kroger sometimes. Sometimes they have some deals on stuff that I would get.
Well, every grocery store, depending on the day, okay, they're going to have deals. Let's say, like, for example, your Food Line, they're going to be selling pork chops at regular price. You go down the street to Kroger or Piggly Wiggly or somewhere like that, their pork chops may be on sale,
Yep.
And now, God, I hate to say this right here, but the meat from one of the grocery stores, I'll put it like that, it is tougher than the other one. I've heard Daddy use this term. They must have ran that hog a half a mile before they killed it, as tough as this thing is.
Yeah, a little chewy.
Yeah, and I believe that. And then there is a few times where you can go to one grocery store and the meat be good, and another time it'd be bad. And the Piggly Wiggly we got here, there are butchers in there. Okay. Food Line, I don't know if they got butchers in there or not. I'm not sure about them.
I think they did away with them. Could be wrong.
Well, see, I reckon what I'm getting at, 90% of the grocery store, the meat is already coming to them prepackaged.
Yeah.
And truthfully, you really don't know what you're getting. But you find a grocery store with a butcher in there, they're going to do their best to put the best meats out, and they're going to cut them, to where it's tender. And y'all know yourself, there's a way to cut meat when you processing something for it to be tender.
It's good to talk to that person that can get the cut that you want instead of getting the cut that's available for you.
Exactly. And you can go up to that butcher and say, look, I want some chicken bones. I'm going to make chicken stock. Or I want beef bones. Well, you know what I'm saying. Like it. You can't go to Walmart or Food Line or somewhere like that and say that.
No. Shoot, no. One of the biggest meat markets here in the area, they've been around forever, it's Lanier's, the Lanier's meat market. And I don't know, about 12 years ago, they moved downtown, but they used to be out in the country. And at that time, they processed everything, hogs, deer, cow, whatever. But once they moved down into the city, the limits you couldn't do that. So now they just do everything else. But they usually have some pretty good deals and prices.
Well, I'm going to use this as an example. I may be wrong, okay, let's say you Mennonites, and I'm going to use that. There's a couple of them up on YouTube that FDA is coming down hard on them. They walked in, they took their meats, destroyed it, and everything else. The only reason is it's not FDA approved. I'm thinking if it's FDA approved, it's got chemicals in it. The chemicals comes in grains that they have to buy to feed the cows and so forth. To where Mennonite beef, they cut loose on the field, and meat from them is going to be, let's say, as pure can be. Okay, compared to Walmart, Winn-Dixie, Piggly Wiggly, Food Line, places like that.
Farm to table.
Exactly.
As close as you can get it, yeah. Without stuff that's beyond our control, yeah.
Yeah, and FDA don't want that. And there is a reason behind that, which y'all need to check out. If I was to say that, I would get in big trouble with you two. Go in, read what they putting in our meats. Lord God, you'd be surprised. You really will. And if it come right down to it, if half the people really knew the stuff that they are putting in our meats, there'd be a lot of vegetarians out there.
Give me a pork chop and fry it with some gravy.
What is that they used to put on pork chop to pull things out with? Coca-Cola. Get you a raw piece of pork chop. Pour some Coke on it.
Oh, I imagine that or some Mountain Dew.
No, it has to be a Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Y'all won't eat no more pork. That's why they say cook it till it is done.
Oh, yeah.
Lake Ferry, I agree with you on that. The chicken, the meat ain't real. They got GMO chickens. I do believe that. I'm not going to get into it. As much as I want to start running my mouth on that, I can't get into it. Okay, B Charming, I'm going to back off. She knows what I'm talking about. But I will say this, for the ones who has not poured Coke on pork chop, you will not eat another pork chop.
Hey.
Have you ever done that? What?
I can't say that I have. I know my mom and stuff, when she used to do hams and stuff, sometimes she'd pour like a Coke or a Dr. Pepper or something over it sometimes. But no, I always like to be real thorough. Stuff like, especially meat, because you never know. Even if you getting it from a reputable person, so it might have just been a bad batch, or just got to know what to look for. Make sure it's clean for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And, if you do cook pork, what is it, 160 degrees, and it's done? I may be wrong with the temperature, but Try that one time. And I know bushcraft knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you want to be careful with pork for sure.
Yeah. Pork and poultry are the two meats that you have definitely got to be.
Yes, everything now. Dang.
Well, I don't think it is as bad as pork and chicken. I really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
But,
I eat a lot of chicken.
I do too. And it's like this right here. If there is any pink whatsoever in my chicken, it goes back to the heat,
Oh yeah.
you know. And the bad thing about it is, I remember coming up as a kid eating a piece of chicken and it'd have pink in it, and they'd tell me, it's all right, go ahead and eat it. But that was 40, 50 years ago. And trust me, stuff's changed big time.
Oh yeah.
If half the people in here knowed they would turn vegetarian, and I was asked, please stop. So, okay, I'll go to something else.
Use your imagination.
Now, wait a minute. Grace, I have no idea what you're talking about on that one. Cut up your bananas before you eat them. I was trying to be nice, what?
Yeah.
Always wash your bananas, the peelings, before you eat them too.
But I'm not going to eat the peelings. I'm going to eat what's inside of it.
Yep. As soon as you open it, you rub it all over that banana, and you're going to eat it anyway.
Yeah.
And rats pee and poop on them bananas when they're coming over from on the boat. And they don't go and wash them. They go and put them out there for you to buy.
Yeah, wash it. Some of that stuff has wax on it, like a thin wax coating.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
I was fixing to say, if you buy apples and oranges and stuff like that from the grocery store, wash them in vinegar water. You know, it takes all the wax and all the rat germs off of it too.
I could eat them in the hospital. They wouldn't let me.
Yeah, they wouldn't let my wife eat when she was in the hospital. They wouldn't let her eat fresh.
I couldn't peel it. I had to have somebody else to wash it real good and peel it for me.
Okay. She was correcting me. Somebody else had to wash it and peel it for her. They would not let her touch any type of fresh vegetables.
Bananas.
It's like anytime you leave or come in and out of the country, they ask you, you got anything you want to disclose? You got any fruits or vegetables on you?
Yeah. Lincoln ain't just strawberries, it's blackberries and muscadines, and I am the world's worst about going to the vine, picking them and popping them in my mouth. Oh, Lake, you really did not have to go there. Look at strawberries, put them in water with a bit of vinegar and watch what comes out.
Little squigglies. Sea monkeys.
But now, blackberries, oh my God. And the funny thing about it is, I think there's more bugs and spiders on a blackberry than there is any other type of fruit other than a fig. and you show me a blackberry vine, it's going to be stripped.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Oh, I do too.
Make a blackberry cobbler.
Man, oh, yeah. If it's made right, I'll sit there and eat a whole 20 by 50 pan of a blackberry cobbler by myself if it's made right. Lake Ferry, what time supper? Barbecued ribs, mashed potatoes, and green beans.
Hey, that sounds like a hit.
Yeah, really. What time do you say? Wait a minute, hold it. Now, if that's tomorrow's supper, I'll be there. But if that's tonight's supper, I'll be a little late. Hold on, sure. Miss Prepping 101. I've not heard that channel.
Huh. Interesting.
Very doubly interesting. I'm gonna have to check in on that one. I've never heard that one. Oh,
It's still drizzling.
It's worded different there, Jeff. I think you're missing.
oh. Well, touche. Bush, I don't know if it's because I'm running my mouth more than normal, but you kind of quiet tonight. What, I mean, do you feel sick or anything?
No, I'm good.
Well, how about popping in here with some subjects, because I need to refill up on some tea here, and y'all not really saying nothing.
Well, you're going pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm getting cotton mouth here. I probably spit out down to cotton.
Well, Susie D talked about Walgreens going on strike today.
I've heard that.
Which they did. Yeah, even mine. They were out there with their signs.
Susie D 101 is kind of got some personal problems going on.
It's just life. It's not problems.
Okay.
I don't want people worrying about him too much.
Well, I did talk to him the other night, and I told him, if he didn't feel like going on Friday, I wouldn't. And just keep an eye on his channel. He may or may not come up Friday night. I don't know yet.
It's Friday the 13th. Expect anything.
Yeah, I imagine he will, because he got some news he's wanting to talk about, but he's got stuff going on.
Is he going to talk about that?
Probably.
Damn. I would let that ride. I wouldn't bring it up.
Well, a lot of that's been on his mind for a while, and then it happened.
That's scary as hell if you really want to think about it. And I'm not going to say nothing else.
Yeah, he hate to say it, but he did make a mistake.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he showed me.
Did
My
they
wife,
find Susie D? Did they find out how many days they're going to? I think it was just 2 days that they're supposed to strike at Walgreens.
thank you for changing the subject. My wife's sitting over here. Shut up, shut up.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. I know we have quite a few Walgreens in the area.
We got a couple of them here in this little town. Well, we got one. I can't say a couple.
It's Walgreens is still open, but there's no you can't get a prescription filled.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At any of them?
And
Oh,
that,
however, well, I don't know if it's any, but I'm in a small little area, and they closed it up, and we're outside.
Oh,
oh,
wow.
really?
I got you. I see what
They
you mean.
uh, unsafe working conditions and unsafe for the people that they are prescribing. Remember, I did a short not last year or something about I looked in my pills and found a pill that was a different color, and that's one of the reasons they're so understaffed and everything, and they're just constantly there's 5 to 10 car in my small area, 5 to 10 cars sitting there, and there's one pharmacist, and then whatever they call the other people that do stuff, the aides,
Pharmacy tech.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever they, and there's only one pharmacist that work there, and it's too much.
Well, now I'm
And
going to,
they're making mistakes, and like I made that video, I said always check your prescriptions.
Please
Make
do.
sure they're all the same thing when you open it up and look, because if there's a pill that you're not, because a lot of people just pop the pill down and pop in their mouth, they don't even look,
right.
and you don't know what the heck you're putting in there. It could be something that is totally does something bad when mixed with your other meds.
Well, now I will admit we have a privately owned pharmacy here in the town that I'm in, and trust me, to my knowledge, they are not understaffed because anytime you walk in there, you can see between 5+ techs back there doing the job.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
they have at ours is one pharmacist, and then 1 to 2 of the whatever they are, the wannabe pharmacists. The one that takes people's orders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The pharmacist is one that fills everything and
Yeah.
then puts it on the shelf, and then they give it out to people when they come in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Definitely check your medication for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're seeing this in a lot of areas. A lot of critical things are understaffed and under, you know.
Yeah, and everybody there's a website. I can't put it on put the link, but you can search for it. It keeps track of all the prescription shortages. So if you know yours is getting on that higher and higher list, you can go in, and even if you have to pay money for it, that way you know you're going to have it. Because there is a website that tracks all prescriptions, and antibiotics is way up there on the list of shortages.
Man, this is like the first time we've got any good rain since Idalia. However
We
long that's
had
been.
a couple. It wasn't rainy rain, but a bunch of drizzle.
Yeah. That's what it's been doing here since about 5:15, a good drizzle.
It's like a really wonky name because they don't want it to get shut down. I probably shouldn't say it either. I'm not sure where I have it listed.
Oh, the site for the medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something good to know.
Well, now, I'm not exactly sure where you at in the conversation right now, but like I said, my pharmacist is a privately owned pharmacist. And about a year or so ago, they had a recall on some of the medicine that I was on, which was heart medicine. They personally called me up and told me to come back in up there and what was going on, and they would give me a new batch, and I could either pour the pills, do away with the pills, or bring them back up there, and they would do away with them.
Yeah.
And I took them back up there, and they give me another batch. It was a certain batch that was contaminated, is what it was.
Yeah, when I took mine back up there, I said that I found an extra odd, strange pill in my prescription, they said, "Well, did you bring it with you?" I said, "I brought the whole bottle," and she said, "That's good because we have to replace the whole bottle because that pill, even being in that bottle, can rub off and
Cross
have
contaminate.
yeah." So whenever and then they gave me a whole new bottle.
Don't blame you.
Yeah. But when
And
I first,
it's a normal. It's an accident. It wasn't like a purposely done thing. People are human. They make mistakes sometimes. And
they do.
I wasn't mad. I was just making sure that they knew about it, and I wanted to find out what that pill was mainly. And
Yeah.
I said, well, what was that extra pill? And oh, I don't know. They wasn't going to tell me what it was. I was more curious about it than anything, and I said, it's okay. And then she gave me another, refilled my prescription.
Well, now that's like some medicine, and I'm on this medicine. I'm not allowed to eat grapefruit of
Oh
any
yeah,
sort,
Really?
that's normal for prescriptions,
you know.
high
Uh,
blood pressure, and
Wonder
yeah,
what
well,
that is.
I found out why because it would intensify whatever it was that you was taking.
no, it doesn't intensify. It neutralizes it. So it's like not having it in your system at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Probably the acidity from the grapefruit neutralizes the medicine.
Well, that's the thing. You can have orange juice. It's just
Huh.
something in the grapefruit. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because that's what I asked. I said, "Am I allowed to have, orange juice or lemonade?" And they said, "Yeah, that's fine." And I said, "Well, they're both citrus acid. Why?" Because that's what I thought it was. Citrus
Yeah.
acid did it. And they said it's they had technical words, compound that's in a grapefruit that neutralizes the medication.
Hmm.
And that's not all. That's just not high blood pressure or beta blockers. There's a lot of medications that it does that to.
Vester Dillon, my pharmacy has been having a hard time of getting some of my medicine. And about 3 or 4 months ago, we had a conversation, and they flat out told me that they can get it from a mail-in order, through the mail. And I told them, I said, if that's what you got to do and the doctors won't change it, then do what you got to do. The lady told me, she said, that's all we needed to hear. And here for the last couple batches, because I get it for every 3 months.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
That's what they had to do. I had to reorder some Jardians, in which that right there goes through mail order.
For those wondering what the website is, it's ASHP. Should be able to find it with that. That's
ASHP.
Yeah. And I'm looking at, hydro, thing. Shortage on that one. That's the major shortage today. A lot of sodium chloride.
Exactly, Vester. Most of our medicine comes from China.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the reasons we have a shortage.
And if a lot comes from India, but the ingredients comes from China. So they get it from China, and then they make it and send it out. They're really good with they get them calls that want to sell you whatever the blue pill, but the other ones that do the same thing. I forget the names of them, but
what's the difference? Go ahead. I was going to ask you, what's the difference between the blue pill and the yellow pill?
The color?
Probably different milligrams or different companies, maybe.
Yeah, there was that one coach that used to do the commercial too of the Dallas Cowboys when they were good. Sorry, Cowboy fans. Oh, I seen some guy. He had the quarterback, Dak something or another. I forget what his name is.
Yeah,
Dak Johnson or something like that.
Prescott.
Yeah, that's it. And he had autographs, rookie cards, the whole 9 yards. He had a whole wall. And after this last game, he's up there ripping them up left and right. Probably thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Jerseys, ripped them.
Oh man!
And they were autographed too. People really get into it, though.
I don't know if I could have destroyed all that.
Yeah, I know. I said, well, I'll go and sell it. And then I'll say, I hate that team now.
Yeah.
B. Charman, that's a good question.
And
what's that?
They want to know now. B. Charman says, why did they take Alka-Seltzer off the market a few years ago? I didn't even know they did.
Well, I kind of know why, but I'm not going to say because you can get in trouble for it.
Do it.
No, it makes birds go poof.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I can't say nothing about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
They discontinued it.
Yeah. Well, they're doing it. They're doing that a lot with the cough medicines and cold medicines now, because
and it does work.
they're made to work, or they're made, ingredients can be made to make bad drugs.
Well, now,
So they say.
back in the day when I felt a cold or something coming on, I could take Alka-Seltzer Plus and it would knock it out that quick.
Well,
What hit the wrong button again?
I think there's more to the story. I think it's more that they want people to,
Yeah.
oh, you will never get sick anymore, so you won't need that stuff. I
Yeah,
don't know if
right.
that's what it is or not, but
How's that working out for a lot of them? What? Quit hitting that red button.
Talk about knocking out. I knocked myself out.
well, I found out if like when I went to the fair, there was a lot of people
Yeah.
coughing, and so the first thing I did when I come home, I got the fermented garlic and the honey. So instead of just drinking the honey, a teaspoon of the honey, I grabbed a clove of garlic and ate it up with the teaspoon.
I got to do that right there. The honey and the garlic. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's more antibodies in that than some of the most potent ones that you get in the
Now, question on
IVs.
this. Question on this. If I'm going to do the garlic and the honey, is there going to be a certain type of honey I need to buy to do this with? Or can I get just any over the honey there is?
No, the best honey that you can get is from a local beehive.
Yeah.
If you can't, then it's raw, unfiltered honey.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what about the garlic?
You don't want nothing from China. You laugh, but it's really hard to find garlic that doesn't come from China.
Well, I was fixing to say that just knocked out 95% of the garlic they sell now.
It is really hard. Now you can get some. There's quite a bit from Mexico, and that's better than China, because their ground is contaminated.
Huh.
But there are places that you can still get garlic.
Out of your own garden if you grow it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now I planted some ginger at the beginning, and it's coming along great.
I love ginger.
But I can't think of nothing I used ginger for. I just wanted to try it to see if I could grow it.
I cook with it.
It's real good to get a pillar and then make little, almost like chips out of them, and then to where you can eat them. You put honey on it and let it dry.
That would be good.
If you're getting, and a lot of people do this when they're going on trips and stuff, so they don't get motion sickness.
So take a potato peeler and peel it thin enough to where you can put honey on it.
Well, yeah, the honey is just to get rid of the icky taste of the ginger.
All right.
Unless you like ginger, then because you can do that too, and then you can run it in a dehydrator and it packs it. It's like really hard with the honey on it.
Yeah.
You just chew it up or or whatever.
Well, now Grape Jams just told me to make some Korean beef with it. I don't want to sound ignorant, which I probably already have. I've never heard of Korean beef.
You never heard? I like the Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Not
pretty
my
that's good.
knowledge. I probably
Look like
have
it.
eaten it, but didn't know what it was.
Grape Jams, do you make Korean barbecue?
I mean, it just would depend. You'd have some onions, garlic, maybe some soy, maybe teriyaki. You could add a few more little spices and seasonings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start following Grape Jams more often. Use a spoon to peel ginger. I can also make ginger and lemon tea with honey.
Yeah. Tea's
That's
good.
Sounds good.
Ground beef. Oh,
You make your own ginger beer.
Wait a minute. Ginger Ninja says ginger is good for any kind of tummy and what is that? Turmeric
yeah.
is good
Turmeric.
for any type of inflammation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've already been taking a teaspoon a day.
So
For
you
my-
done been turmeric-ized, huh?
Well, the easiest way is hot water, and you put it in there, and then gook, do a hot shot real quick.
Yeah, maybe I need to stop watching the other ones and start pulling up on YouTube all this stuff.
And there's um, oregano oil that I made too. That's a good antibiotic.
Mhm.
I've got spices growing out here in my backyard. I have no idea what they use for. You know, I just cut them loose.
Well, that's what Google's good for.
Take a video.
I know, but I can't never think of the name of them.
Well,
They look
take a
good.
picture of it and share it to Google, or move it to Google, and it'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
I got an app for that. I just
Yeah.
didn't know who used it.
Well, if you got a new smartphone, it'll do it automatically.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, that's what Grace. That's what Jeff needs to do.
No, it ain't neither. I just read that.
What's that?
I will not eat a raw onion. Now, my wife, I've seen her practically. Well, I've made her an onion sandwich with mustard quite a few times.
Harvest. I probably still have the video unless they took it down. Let me
Great.
search for it and see.
You don't eat raw onion on your burger?
No, I don't. I can't. There is something about a raw onion I cannot eat.
So you don't eat it raw, period.
No. It has to be sauteed or
I
cooked.
got you. Or a blooming onion.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, the video is still up. It's a 2-part video.
Grace Johnson says, eat onions every day keeps germs at bay. Yeah, everybody else too.
Well, the thing is, if you get used to eating it, just like garlic, it soaks into you to where you don't smell it anymore, or the people around you don't smell it. It kind of like, I don't know,
No.
filters it or whatever.
You are what you eat.
Harvest Mary Moon wants to know, how do you make oregano oil?
Yeah, that's what that's why I said it. Just do a search on my videos for oregano oil and it'll pop up. It's 2 parts.
Grape jams. Last time I tried to sing, I had the cops out here wanting to know where that cow was I was tormenting.
Mm. Dogs start howling. They think an ambulance is coming.
Yeah, exactly. Even the ostriches will poke their heads under the ground.
Y'all got a big ostrich population up there, up north.
Oh, you wanting to be a smart aleck, ain't you?
Ostrich meat's good though.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never tried it, but I would.
I have tried it. Ostrich jerky is off the hook.
Bet it would be. Make you an ostrich egg omelet.
Yep, Vester. I got basil and bay leaf too.
I love basil.
What? I don't think I got a frying pan big enough for an ostrich egg.
Yeah, I forgot what it equals out to. I imagine it at least a dozen regular eggs.
Probably
I
at
can
least
sit there
2.
and see me now.
Yeah, more.
Well, I used to, coming up, I used to eat a pound
You
of
better
bacon, a half a dozen eggs for breakfast.
you better be quiet about that grape jams.
I know there's a guy, he's not too far from here, maybe 25, 30 minutes. He's got an ostrich and not the llama, but the other one. Was it a alpaca?
Alpaca.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a big farm out there.
There's an alpaca farm right up the road from us.
I don't. Well, it's supposed to be the hair, isn't it, or whatever
Think
they call
so,
it, the
yeah.
fur or something.
Yeah, they shear it and use it for something. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost like wool in a way.
Really?
Isn't that that real expensive sweaters people make?
Like
Yeah.
cashmere?
Cashmere.
Yeah.
What's that from?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see what Google has to say about it.
Vester, I'm going to have to try turkey jerky.
Hope it tastes better than turkey bacon.
Anything tastes better than turkey bacon, even a mud pie.
They say cashmere is a type of wool that is made from the hair of a specific type of goat native to the Gobi Desert in Central Asia.
Okay, that leaves out the alpaca.
Yeah.
Get some Gobi goats.
Vester, where you live at? I'll bring a fork and a spoon. Making squirrel gravy and biscuits tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna have to do a video one day of cooking a rabbit up. You start with bacon too. So
Now wait a minute. YouTube ain't going to kick you for doing that, are they?
well, I'm not going to show what I'm doing before the rabbit.
Can you imagine how much hate mail you gonna get for that?
Oh, I already hear it. I'm eating my pets, and next thing I'm going to be starting to eat my cats, and yeah.
I'm not saying nothing to that one.
I don't know. I'd probably get triggered because I wouldn't have one to eat.
Well, all you do is you just start with the bacon and get that grease in there, and then you get the rabbit in there and you brown it on both sides, and then you start adding the veggies and all that stuff in there, and then you make the gravy.
Then when that's done, you start adding the fork and the knife.
You just let that simmer in there real real good, and that's the best
Yeah.
best rabbit you'll ever eat.
To me, rabbit tastes better than squirrel. Uh, there was one year that I cooked up rabbit and I cooked up squirrel. And my youngest asked me, said, "What is that?" And I told him exactly what it was, thinking I would get some. I couldn't cook it fast enough. I mean, I think, one bite of rabbit. That was it. And I had 3 rabbits. And it was gone that fast. You know. But I will tell you this. I think, I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's up there with it. Go to a dairy farm and get you some fresh milk out of that stainless steel tank. Man, here we are talking about food again.
We haven't stopped.
I thought we took a break and we got over it when we was talking about prescriptions and everything. But I'll tell you, that's the best milk you'll ever taste.
Oh yeah. Seen an article. I didn't look much into it talking about milk. Seen where Wally World they was looking to build this big milk plant somewhere here in Georgia. I forget exactly where at.
I've heard some things about Walmart and the meat processing plants that they got. And I'm not going to say nothing on here about it because, like I said, it's what I've heard. Now, Lake, I will admit, I don't drink milk that much. Now it's got to be certain milk that I can drink. But when it comes to milk like that, it don't bother me at all. It's not processed yet. And it being that cold is what makes it that good.
Well, when you were talking about the stores and the butchers and all that stuff, the stuff at Walmart doesn't come prepackaged. It comes in tubs. And there is a guy back there that puts it in packages and weighs it and puts a sticker on it.
Okay, now let me stop you right there. It's practically the same thing. Their meat comes in for them to package it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, it's in like the hamburger. It's in a big tub that they wheel over and then they put up there and then they go through the thing. Not the tubes, but the other packages.
Right.
The tubes do come in that way. But the thing is, when you have that big thing of hamburger and it's a big that they wheel over, it's full, like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
The thing is, that didn't come from one cow. That comes from many, many different cows, and it's all put in together.
Blended in together. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
So if one of those cows is bad, it contaminates the whole batch.
Exactly. Now, seeing as how you brought that up, that's got me to thinking about Piggly Wiggly up here. Do they get their meat in the same way? I mean, do they get it in like halves or, like half a cow?
Yeah, I don't know. Because the way it used to be, they would have they get a shipment and it was a cow.
Right.
Yep.
And the guy would make all of his cuts, and all the little scraps and everything
would go
would go
into
for the grinder. And you could look back there and watch them grind it up and everything. Like Bueller's has that, but nobody can afford that meat. It's too expensive. You can watch them.
Well,
Now when like the holidays and stuff comes about, I'll go over there and buy ham after the holidays because the price will go down on it, and I'll have them slice it up in steaks and get a lot of meals off of the regular, the holiday hams, not the stupid spiral crap.
Well, now I think we was talking on your channel Monday about ham. When come Thanksgiving, when I cook ham, it is a fresh ham.
Yeah.
No seasoning or anything has been added to it.
Mm-hmm.
Or there is a butcher a few towns away, about an hour's drive, that is a processing plant for hams and stuff like that. And they got some of the best hams around, period. And I'm sorry, but it is not China owned. Okay. And there is the area that I live in, there is 2 processing plants for a little bit of everything. And they are higher than the other one. But these deal with hogs, cows, and a certain time of the year, they'll clean up everything and process deer. Like that. And there is a waiting list to process it. And I forget exactly how long the wait time is, but it ain't no short one.
Hey, Peanut.
Hey, Nuthouse.
I don't do a lot of hunting. Mainly, if I do anything, it'll be fishing. But sometimes my brother, when hunting season's in, my brother-in-law and nephews say, "Hey, man, I got an extra one. You just go down there and pay the fee and just get the meat."
That's what I liked about whenever I lived in McConnellsville, because I knew people down there, or I knew a guy, and we went out and done all kinds of stuff. And I didn't have a regular job, but I made more. What would you call it? Hillbillying.
Well, okay.
A farmer needed hay done that day. We would go out and we'd make a couple $100.
Go get it.
Then we'd go out ginsenging, and we'd make a lot more money that way.
Shoot, yeah.
We did have a job doing a local meat place wanted a certain type of meat. we would go out with a 22 and get the meat for him, and we would sell those for $75 a pop. And you could put a, and I at the time I had a Subaru station wagon, and I had up to 8 critters in there at one time. taking it to the place and selling it for $75 until he got in trouble and went under.
Let me say this right here. Okay. Moderators, be on you. Be on you. Y'all know what to do. I'm not going to
man. You know the thing.
Yeah, I'm not putting up with that.
Yeah, they got this. We got this one restaurant not too far from here. They sell a lot of exotic stuff like ostrich or wild boar, stuff like that.
Don't bother timing something like that out. Just get rid of them. Yeah, I guess Lake did it.
Well, I'm going back on my phone right now, and I can't find it on my phone, but up here on my laptop, I see what he said. You
Yeah,
know,
that's the thing. I don't care what you say about me. It doesn't bother me. But when you
exactly.
start attacking people in chat, that's no.
Yeah, just boot him. I don't care how many times he comes in or a person comes in another name. You know, if they want to act right or like they got a little bit of sense, that's fine. But when they start talking like that right there, get rid of them.
And that's the thing. Monday he was in my live and he was being good. I was like shocked.
A lot of times,
And I had no problem with him. I said, if he acts like that, he's always welcome. It's just he gets a wild hair up his butt and thinks he has to,
yeah.
attack people.
Well, now tonight's the first time in a while that he got that wild hair. Normally, he's being good.
Yeah.
43 days until Thanksgiving.
Shut your mouth.
Mm.
You know,
Hannah. Yeah.
look, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, be not the medicine part, but
I'm on food stamps, okay? And compared to what I get per month, I got to start in June to save up on my food stamps to buy Thanksgiving.
That's a shame. It shouldn't be like that.
No, it's not silly. Damn.
well, what is your problem that you have to offend people in the first place?
Exactly. Is it that you want more attention than anybody else? Because right now you're getting
I don't even know. I
His
yield.
grandma won't let him out of the basement.
it.
I never had a basement.
Oh, I did. It was fun. Chris Pratt, my Dollar General has back to school, Halloween, and Christmas all at the same time. Damn.
That sounds about right.
They want you to dress up in the costume and go in and buy Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, at July 5th, we went to Walmart and they already had Halloween candy out.
Wow.
Damn.
As soon as July 4th is over, that's the next holiday.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, what it is they trying to get rid of all the old and outdated candy so they can get the good stuff in.
Oh, this stuff, each year, whatever doesn't sell, I'm talking Walmart. Other places they sell their stuff, but Walmart, they all store it in those containers and stuff.
Exactly.
The storage containers, not the shipping containers.
Well, it's been a few years back. I was wanting to buy a door hanger that said Merry Christmas. Okay. I couldn't find not one thing that had Christmas on it. And I got offended to that. And I don't think I've bought nothing from Walmart come Christmas time just because they won't sell nothing that says Christmas on it.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Happy Holidays.
Yeah. Most stuff says Happy Holidays now.
Now there are some things that the Black Fridays, but because I'm a member, because I get that's where I get my gas and all that stuff. But they have, because I can get stuff for Black Friday and I don't actually have to be there. I can order it and they'll ship it to me. Well, now they'll deliver it.
It's even better. You don't want to be like those people back in the day trying to get a Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh my! There is one Christmas I remember where two women got into a fight over a pillow at Walmart.
Oh, it's usually every,
Black
Friday they're in there. Well, now they're trying to do it like on the Thursday. There's a certain day they'll have an hour where you can go in and do and get there early and stuff.
Yeah.
to try to spread it out a little bit. And then they got the Cyber Monday, which is good for Amazon.
Now they've got a weekend for what is it? Small businesses like it in there somewhere. I think it's the weekend after Black Thursday and before Cyber Monday.
We don't have small businesses in this town. Unfortunately. I mean there's a couple, but one's a gun shop. I'm trying to think. There's Ace Hardware, but I don't know if that would be considered one or not. There's plenty of hair places.
Well, of course.
Hair and pizza. That's the majority of the businesses in this town is hair and pizza.
Hair, nails, and feet.
Just don't go to a barber that sells pizza.
That does make sense.
Oh yeah, Grace, I remember that when people were dying from Tylenol.
Man,
Was that in the 70s or 80s? I remember I was little.
I want to say late 70s, early. No, it was in the 80s.
Was it
because
in the 80s?
What had happened before they changed over to caplets and whatever, somebody was, and I'm going to say this nicely, was spiking a few like that. And they had to fix it where certain items could not penetrate.
Well, he had seal because we didn't have seals.
Exactly.
Remember back in the day, we didn't even have childproof caps.
No.
And which I'm kind of glad they did because that did save a lot of kids.
It did. But you also go back into our days. We didn't have warning signs, don't do this. It could be dangerous. That weeded out a bunch of people back then too. They need to remove all them signs today.
Well, most of it did that because that's an easy way for them to make money. Oh, don't spray hairspray in your eyes. Duh. Or the coffee at McDonald's is hot.
Oh my, yeah. Don't even get me started with that one. When you go into a restaurant and order hot coffee, what the Sam heck do you expect it to be ice cold? And
all it takes is that one.
True. That's true. But the point is, next subject.
Well, maybe I should be able to sue them since their ice cream machine never works.
I never did. I don't even remember taking a Tylenol or buying Tylenol until I had kids.
Yeah, kids will do it to you in a heartbeat.
I mean, throughout my life, I don't remember. I've had to take an aspirin, but not a Tylenol. And then,
Hell, aspirins back then was stronger than what they are today. You got to take about 4 or 5 aspirins to one Tylenol. Don't nobody do that. Okay.
Bless filler.
Now I will say this right here. Okay. Back before 2012, I was popping BC powders left and right. BC powders would knock a headache, a toothache, a eye ache, a earache, anything out within about 10 minutes after I took it. You know, and one doctor told me, because I told him how many BC powders I took that day before I had a heart attack. And he flat out told me, that's probably what saved my life. And then I had another doctor tell me BC powder was the worst thing anybody could ever take. But it's like this right here. I cannot deal with a toothache or a headache. I would pop a BC powder faster than your heart could beat. But no, I can't say that. I can't say that at all about BC powder and Mountain Dew.
yeah, I even got this ibuprofen that I'm supposed to be taking. I've taken it once. I'm supposed to be taking it for the elbow.
Yeah.
It's
work, did it?
I don't know. I only took it one time.
No.
I'm supposed to take it for the whole week. Whoops. It's bad enough I have to remember to take my other medicine, but if I don't take it, then I know I didn't take it. Even though I think if I stopped taking it, I think I would be fined in 2 weeks. It's that time to winging off of it.
Oh, I thought you was going to say it was that time of the month. Hey, you want to talk about a pill that'll knock a headache out? Take some Motrin. I don't care if you man or woman. That'll knock a headache out quick.
Motrin?
I don't get headaches.
Wait a minute. I got to put myself on mute for a minute.
Yeah.
Is Dixie hitting Jeff?
Come back, blink if you're all right.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just having a conversation with the wife on if that was the right pill I was talking about or not.
Oh,
In other words, women takes this pill at a certain time of the month to help them.
Right on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Now, boy,
They say it'll work. They say if you take it, it'll help if you got back pain or something like that. They say
well, I don't
it
know
works
about
for
that.
other things than what it's mainly for. They say.
Well, see, what it was is, and I took it the first time by mistake. The wife was pregnant, and I was getting a headache, and I read on the package, good for headaches. So, hell, I popped one out, took it in 20 minutes. My headache was gone.
how's the cramps?
Yeah, it works for them too. I don't know about the cramps.
Did it get rid of your bloating?
I didn't have bloating back then.
Maybe that's why.
We're going to have to go buy some more My Dog. Boy, you should have that look she gave me.
Yeah, that's a good tip, Ginger Ninja. The salt under the and drink. Because it And there's a difference in that salt too. That Celtic salt is supposed to be the best stuff for that because it
Huh.
lets you absorb the water, the minerals in the water.
Yeah.
So you don't have to drink as much.
Hey, Carson, I don't care if it works. It works.
That's something I've been recently looking into as far as what you just said. You got to be able to have that right combination where your body can absorb those minerals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because with the blood pressure, I have to drink water. I always have water
Yeah.
drinking it, and I'm still. If not, then it can be very bad for your kidneys. And Jeff should be drinking a lot more water.
I drink water.
Because he has diabetes on top of it. So that's even a double whammy to drink water. Not tea.
I drink water with my tea and my.
I knew he's going to say that.
Bad on your liver too. You get fatty liver.
Maybe that's where my fat comes from.
I'm not fat. I got big bones.
Wait a minute. Run that by me again. I was concentrating on something else. I wanted to make sure I heard that right.
Take another Midol. It'll cure the constipation. I said I'm not fat. I just got big bones.
Okay, I thought you said something else.
It's all right.
What are you guys into now? Somebody knock something down.
Hey,
Everybody's got to go check it out.
Pampering. Does that work for headaches too? My wife's sitting over here going, "Oh my God, I'm good." She's leaving. Oh no, I was wrong. She says I'm fixing to have another headache.
No, talking about the pharmacies. I know one of the local CVS, they closed down and they just put a Dollar Tree in there.
Really?
Sure, what a Dollar General.
I said, wow, just what we needed, another one.
Yeah, there's like, if you look at, I was looking at property somewhere, and there was post office and a Dollar General. That's all there was.
Well, now I will say this right here. Wherever you see a Family Dollar within a half a mile or maybe 2 blocks, there's going to be a Dollar General right there.
We got too many, and they're steadily building them. I'm like, man, we got too many as it is. I could think of 1,001 things that they could put there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jennifer, long time no see.
Some of them is half. Half Family Dollar and half Dollar Tree now in one store.
Yeah. Well, if I remember correctly, the person who owns Dollar Tree owns Family Dollar.
Yeah, it's the same company.
Yeah.
And I have seen a Family Dollar truck at Dollar Tree unloaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
a lot
like
of stuff that they don't sell a lot of it, and I'm talking canned goods. Whatever don't sell goes to Dollar Tree to get rid of.
Yeah. Well, y'all think about this. Okay. Yeah, I'll admit it used to be called Dollar Tree because everything in there was $1.
It's still called Dollar Tree.
Yeah, but everybody is complaining because they raised the price up to 25 cents. It's still cheaper than normal stores.
Some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a can of corn I can go to the store and get a can of corn cheaper than that.
What a green over there.
In California, somebody told me that their dollar, it's not $1.25, it's $1.50.
Wow. Mm.
That's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
It wouldn't surprise me. They even got the inside the Dollar Trees. They got the $3 and the $5 section.
I've heard that. I've not seen that around here. But then again, I don't go to Dollar Tree that often either.
I go in there every now and then. You know, sometimes they have some good little deals and finds, and each one of them carries different stuff. You know.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja, our supply chain is very broken. That's why
Yeah.
you see a lot of stuff. It's because it used to be 6 years, and they're only making enough to barely keep the store stocked at this moment. So any little hiccup, it'll break big time, and you won't find stuff in the store because the expiration dates used to be for 6 years, and they're cutting them down to a lot of times you're only seeing it for 2 years now.
Well, now, Ginger Ninja's right on this one. Shoot, even the thrift stores are trying to sell items for the same price you can buy them at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I don't go to thrift stores no more. I can pay a couple of dollars more and buy a brand new one and possibly got a warranty with it.
Yeah, I go, but if it's too high, I just don't buy it.
Yeah. You still find some good finds in there.
Yeah.
But they do mark up some of that stuff, though, for sure.
I bought a Dutch oven with the lid and everything for $4.99.
Oh, that's a steal.
I turned it around and sold it for $75. I should have kept it because I want one now. But I'll keep looking, and that's the thing. If you get in there at a certain time and it's random, you can find deals like that.
Well, now let me say something real quick. My daughter used to work at a thrift store. I can't say which one. And she would be back there in the back getting the stuff out, going through it and everything. And if something looked good, it never hit the floor. And that's how she got a lot of stuff, in her house. And she would call me up and saying, hey, we got this and we got that. I tell her to put it back for me. I'll be up there payday. It never saw the floor. So therefore, I've got 2 Dutch ovens. And they're both cast iron. One of them is flat. The other one, I got legs on it.
Hey, Ark, Jeff was talking about you earlier.
Tattletale. Ark, it was all good stuff. I just could. The bad thing about it is I couldn't remember your name at the time. Lord have mercy, I did not realize it was this late.
Jeff was saying that guy in Arkansas. I'm like,
yeah. And
that narrows it down.
That should have been a clue right there, but with my mind, I just didn't catch on. In about another 8 minutes or 10 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it.
Well,
so
don't cut it too short. You won't be able to use it.
Too late. That is a guy's biggest fear right there.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk a
No.
zipper.
Yeah, the zipper is a man's biggest fear.
Yeah, I think it got. I think it was worse when the one movie.
Something about Mary.
Yes,
He's a bleeder.
that and the hair gel.
Oh man. Which one is it that one time in band camp and she used a flute?
Oh,
American Pie.
They don't make movies like that no more. I reckon it's too controversial. Hello, Georgia Peach. So, oh, well, I think we done slowed down. Everybody ended up with cotton mouth. You know. So
It's National Sausage Pizza Day.
how much money we got,
Yeah,
Dixie? What time? It's a place closed. Look, I'm up on YouTube and I'm watching this great big pizza making thing, and it's only available in one state. I bet you they got 20 damn pounds of pepperoni on this square pizza. It seems like.
Oh, I bet.
And I mean, it looks good, but I ain't going all the way up there just to get a pizza. It'd be cold time I got home.
Like a good fresh pizza.
If it's fresh, yes. You know. But my wife's favorite pizza is pepperoni and cheese. That's it.
my favorite pizza is a free one.
There you go.
Well, it's like that guy asking that alcoholic what's his favorite beer, and he says a free one. You know.
Yeah. Whatever you're buying's my favorite, pal.
Yeah, you go.
Hmm.
Mushroom, and I'm going to say this right here, and it'd probably tick a few people off, but I don't give a shit. I like pineapple on my pizza.
Yeah, I like pineapple in my chili too, but you don't cook it. You wait till like the last half an hour, and then you put the pineapple in.
I've never heard that.
Oh, it's good.
That
You
makes
get,
me want to try it now.
you get a little spot. Well, if you do a spicy chili, and then you get that sweet pineapple bite in there too.
Sweet and
that's
sour
good.
taste.
Yeah.
Well, not sour,
Well,
spicy.
okay. Look, you don't have to have a conniption over there.
Oh, I would. Who
Like
would
a
have
good
sweet and sour?
pineapple salsa.
Sweet and
Look,
sour
I
chili.
know what I was thinking, but my mouth wasn't cooperating with my brain.
Ugh.
You're thinking of sweet and
But-
sour chicken.
That's
well,
good.
yeah, that
too.
would be pretty good, but not chili. Ugh.
I like what they call a junk pizza. Throw a little bit of everything on there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's good too.
But Canadian bacon, that's good.
Yeah.
Jennifer Dale, really? She's going to break out her wet noodle.
Still really don't know what Canadian bacon is, but it tastes good.
It's bacon from Canada.
No, it's a bigger.
That's what
It's-
she said.
I don't. It doesn't have the fat in there or anything. I mean, it's good on I would rather have regular bacon than
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
Canadian bacon.
Me too.
It's been so long since I've ate any Canadian bacon.
Oh
That's
yeah, pineapple mango sauce
Yeah.
is good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
here we go with the food.
What do you mean? We haven't stopped talking about food.
Yes, we have 2 or 3 different times, and for some reason we always jump right back into it. Now, when we get off of here, I'm going to have to go raid my cabinet for something.
Yeah. Same here. You're not
Well,
alone.
I've got some barbecue pulled pork
I thought you were going to
that
say
I've
you
got
had some
that I've
barbecue.
got in the refrigerator.
Man, that
So
sounds
I'm
good.
gonna go bake a potato.
Oh, damn.
Oh
And
heck
then
yeah,
I'm gonna
loaded.
load it up with
Yeah.
that pulled pork.
Mm,
You know, the last time I had a loaded
it's
bacon
got goosebumps.
was when I went to the steakhouse about 6 years ago. I ain't had one since.
A baked potato?
A loaded baked
Oh,
potato. And yeah, the last time I went to Texas Roadhouse, you know, I go there because of the steak, the way it tastes, you know, with the spices and everything on it.
yeah.
I talked to somebody, ain't been too long ago, that said they quit doing that now because somebody complained about it. If you don't like the steak at a certain place, don't go back to it.
Yeah.
I think you got to ask for it now. They just don't do it. You got to ask for it.
That's
Well-
the whole point of Texas Roadhouse. I'm
Well-
sorry.
The thing that irritates me now is I like medium rare steaks.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
me
can't
too.
eat that now because you get food poisoning.
Well, I'll take that
I mean,
damn chance.
at places. Last few times I've got food poisoning.
Look, I got a cousin, when he walks into a steakhouse, they ask him how would he like his steak cooked. He says, knock the horns off, wipe his tail, and ride him on in here. And that's how they would bring it in there to him.
Yeah.
I won't mind just enough to where the blood is not running on the plate. What is that, medium rare? I could,
No, rare.
I'm going to say cooked about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes on each side.
It was medium
Enough to warm it up good.
Medium rare.
Yeah, medium rare is just pink in the middle and brown around the outside.
Yeah.
Rare is
Blood flowing.
well, not blood because it's not really blood.
Well,
you
what
just
in
hear-
the hell is red?
that's not blood. They done been bled out. There's no blood in them. That's
I forget what it's got a name.
yeah, Caligo or I can't remember what the name of it.
Some
Somebody
type
will
of
know what it is.
coagulant.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
That don't make no damn difference. If it's bleeding, I'm sending it back for about another half minute.
It's a protein shake.
Now, I've heard people say if they get meat and there's, like Jeff says, there's blood down there, they won't eat the meat. I said, well, you cook it and it's not blood. It is blood. It's red.
I know there is a comment in chat. I know I'm taking this the wrong way. I'm not going to say it, but that's a whole nother channel. I mean, the only type of chicken and pork I will not eat if there's any type of pink in it. Steak, I've got to have pink.
Yeah, I agree. I concur with that statement.
Well,
What about a
hamburger.
lamb chop?
I never ate a lamb chop.
Really?
Yeah,
Me
never.
neither, but I'd love to try some.
Oh, they're good.
Is that the steak that looks like a tomahawk? They call it tomahawk steak.
No,
Looks like a lamb.
it's an actually, it goes bah, lamb.
Also, when they bring it to you, it's bad on your plate.
No, it's all that is a cut. It's not what it.
You're
what
probably
it is.
thinking of a rack of lamb when they put it in the spiral and cook it.
Yeah, they bend it.
Yeah.
And do that fancy thing to it.
Well, I know that's pretty good.
Yeah, and the lamb chops are pretty much if you pull up from the bone. What do they call them, lollipops or something like that? I forget what they're.
Yeah.
Lamb chop, lamb, something like that.
Well, now, is it a little bit
Right
more
side.
expensive than a regular steak?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, then I guess I'll be trying none then.
Well, sometimes you can get them on deals and stuff, but they're pretty good.
If I've never had one at a restaurant, how in the Sam heck am I going to know how to cook it?
You cook it like you would a steak.
Yeah.
It's just meat.
I ain't saying nothing to that one, bushcraft. You and Phil need to get together here.
Yeah, goat's good too. Everybody says they don't like goat because it's too tough and stringy, and I think it's good.
I know somebody that won't eat goat if they know what it is, but to me, last time I ate goat, that's some of the best stew I had.
Yeah, you Caribbean, they do a lot of good or the jerk stuff.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
They use a lot of.
I love it.
Well, see, I've got to be careful of my words because there's a few people in chat that's going to take it the wrong way. So, all right, look, I went over my time by, 4 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. Have you got anything happening Friday, Bushcraft?
Yeah, probably go on for an hour before 101 goes on.
Okay.
Special guest.
All right. Well, I know you still.
Tomorrow night is Dig Deeper Ministry.
Yes, it is. And please, everybody, go over to Dig Deeper. What is it? 8:00 Eastern.
Yeah, I do believe it's 8.
Because
That's his normal time is 8:00.
Because the man does bring good content.
Yeah.
And he has got a smooth voice where you can understand what he's saying. So, and Monday night you'll go live, and Wednesday nights from here on out I'll be going live at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. So
Yeah, that Yankee time.
yeah, Southern. Oh, kiss my roll rump. All right, everybody have a good weekend and stay.
Wait, so, but if
Uh-oh.
what calls you a Yankee, he's allowed to though, because
Yeah.
he's down south.
And always remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. Uh-oh.
I didn't say it. What life did?
Send him to the abyss.
You know, I think that's the second time they ever put you backstage.
Yeah, I think it was the other time I called you Yankee too.
You want to try for 3?
Occupational hazard.
What? What?
You know that channel you showed me?
Which one?
Oh yeah, the first one, the Metcalf guy.
Yeah.
You know what his name is, right? His first name.
Yeah.
I gotta know this because I don't know if it's really his name is Jethro or is he saying it way real hillbillyish?
It sounds like Jethro is Jethro.
He doesn't say that though. He says
he don't say Jethro. He says
Jethro.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's saying Jethro or he's just saying it real, or his
name. What
else
it could be.
Now, if you go to a few more of his channels, he says his name's another. He pronounces it another way also, which is
I've been watching quite a bit of his videos though, because I want to do the beans, but I went into an antique place today or yesterday trying to find the little things you use for that Crocs, because I want to pickle beans or ferment.
Okay.
Beans.
Yeah.
Now I've not seen that. I mean, I've seen this advertisement before, but I haven't seen that video yet.
And the syrup. You seen him do that syrup?
No, I've not seen neither one of them.
You missing the good ones. Yeah,
well,
he does
what got me interested in watching him was the leather breeches, not the leather coveralls, the leather breeches.
Yeah, and he separates those.
And
he has ones for the leather breeches, and then he ferments the other ones, and he talks about them, and he says, we would have these, and you put them in a certain area. And he said when it was time saying, oh, we want some of them beans, we'd go out there and scoop a bowl out, cover it back up, and those beans stay good like that all year round.
All year round.
Yeah.
Now I know the leather breeches also stays good all year round. You just gotta take them off the string, the thread, and cook them.
And when they're done, they sound like a rattlesnake.
Yep. That's when you know they're done.
Yeah. But like I said, what else? Oh, he was doing sauerkraut too. And a very cool thing that I learned from that is, because I kind of want to do it, I'll give him credit and everything, but it is a dang good idea, because I remember that. I remember my grandpa doing that. It's when you make your sauerkraut, you do it your normal way. You put the weight on there.
Right.
The next day, you take your weight off of that. You go out and get you some grape leaves, pull the stems off, and you cover that whole area with grape leaves, and then you put your weight on top of it, and then you cover it up, and the grape leaves make it nice and crispy. The sauerkraut, it's not mushy.
I've never heard that with grape leaves.
Oh yeah.
I did. I've seen people doing, regular sauerkraut and stuff, but
Right.
when I seen him do that, it triggered that in my mind. I remember my grandpa because he would send me out to get grape leaves, wild ones, the ones that grow
Yeah.
up on trees and stuff. So I remembered that, and I was like, that was a great memory that watching him do that triggered. And he like I said, he pickles or ferments the beans, green beans, and he fermented the cabbage. And he put those leaves on both of them, and it keeps the beans real nice and crispy. They don't turn out soggy or anything.
Well, now I remember Mama opening up quart jars of sauerkraut when I was coming up and cooking them with hot dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, sausages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it has been so long since I've ate sauerkraut and sausages. I can't even tell you what they taste like no more.
Yeah, if I can find those things, because that's what I want, the Crocs, the old fashioned ones that he was using. If Because I went down there and they're too expensive. But I'm going to keep looking because a lot of times they have sales. They'll knock 20% off or something.
Well, come on down here in North Carolina. I promise you'll find some somewhere.
Well, I used to find them around old barns and stuff because they would be half buried in the dirt and stuff, and you uncover those things. A lot of them are worth like thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
The old ones from the 1800s.
Damn. I wish I'd never used what I had for target practice when I was coming up. But well, it got to the point I was using clothespins as targets until I got threatened. Then I had to quit.
And we went over your time.
By the way, another 14 minutes while we had it. Even in
what is it? Surgeon? I'm trying to pronounce it the way he does. It's a syrup. It's cane syrup where he cooks it. What do they call that, Jeff?
I have to get up on there and find it because I've not heard of no syrup called Sergeant.
There it is. B got it. Yeah.
Horrible.
But he says says it a certain way though.
Yeah, he does, and that's good.
Oh yeah, and he built
What's it called?
a thing to cook it.
It's like molasses.
Sorghum. Yeah,
Sorghum.
And
yeah,
you don't want to get no bugs in it. You'll ruin it. Ruin. I gotta get that ruin down.
What was it he said? Don't let no bugs get in it because you may end up getting some extra protein in it.
That was the beans.
Okay. If can't even pronounce it, is Appalachian, and I can't think of the rest of it. The rest of his channel.
Oh,
Yeah,
Metcalf.
yeah. If nobody has seen it, go over there and watch some of his content. you all would like it, I promise you.
No, he got more of a draw in it than you do, though. He goes,
Now,
Ewans.
he is a true hillbilly. Okay,
Oh,
I'm partial hillbilly.
Oh, Jeff goes, oh, you got to see his girlfriend. You got to see his girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what? No, I'm like, he's cultivating. I'm looking all through there trying to figure out what the heck he's talking about.
Well,
He's got 1,000 some videos.
How he met his new girlfriend.
And then I finally find it, and then it's his tractor.
yeah.
He never lets me down.
I ain't saying nothing. But yeah, and there is another one out there. And I've only seen it once, maybe twice, and I cannot think of the name of it.
Yeah, I've been watching them too.
I have you.
Yeah,
It's a family.
Yeah, and she sounds more than he does.
And they're in North Carolina too.
Yeah.
Damn, do we all sound like that?
I don't think you sound that bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but you know what I mean. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just used to you.
What?
I said I don't know if I'm just used to you, and it doesn't sound like they do. But she's got it. She's really strong in.
Look, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I know.
I just True Grit Appalachian Ways.
Yes.
That's the other one. You want me to show it?
Yeah, go ahead and pull up one of them. You know, it ain't gonna be a long thing of them. But what got me thinking about you was the way he was talking about the how the kids were being raised nowadays.
Yeah, what we are already talking about.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me plop it up here.
All right.
Glad y'all are here today. We're out here picking what's left of our hickory king corn. We were going to video the other day, but it was pretty windy, and it's pretty windy this evening, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the wind noise that y'all will probably hear. So far, which we only had 5 rows of the pure hickory king. It's been okay. It hasn't done as great as we hoped, but it's been okay. So we're just going to kind of show you what it looks like, and y'all just come along as we pick what we got left.
So as Megan said, this crop hadn't been near as good as what it looked like it was going to be. We've had a lot of this.
Oh no.
And little bitty short ears. I don't know. The corn itself all year long has been beautiful. We've been so excited to pick this corn. But for whatever reason, the ears just hadn't made much. But here's a decent looking ear. And I mean, it's not all bad. It's about half and half, really. Like, that's a good looking ear.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only one per stalk on just about all of these. And I mean, show them how tall this is.
Oh my.
Look how tall that is. Every bit of it's that way.
And tell them how many feet you are.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I can probably reach a good 8 feet. And I'm having to reach as far as I can reach to grab that ear.
So that makes him about 7 foot tall.
So yes, it's a little disappointing, but that's not a bad looking ear either.
Yeah, it looks good.
He's about as tall as what? Maybe about 6'5", somewhere along.
No, your arms are normal arms are 3 feet long. So you can be 5 feet tall and reach 8 feet with your hands.
Donna B. Tarboro ain't too far from where I live.
And that was their son. He's what, about 9-10 years old? No, the boy filming. He was.
Oh, okay.
He's probably 10 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And the grown-ups are harvesting the corn, and the kids are the ones who are going to be shucking, or not shucking it, but getting the corn off.
Now, and one of those videos where he's talking about them kids, they work on the farm.
Oh yeah.
They go in the house and play games or go to malls or nothing like that. They work, and he'll flat out tell you that.
Yeah, but there's a difference in that though, and city folk. And I'm living in a city, but city folk will be like, oh, that's abuse and everything. But those kids love what they do. They get to go out in the woods and go hunting with their dad. They teach, and the mom teaches the daughter how to cook, and
really nice skills.
And they love it. It's not like abuse of anything. It's.
Well, let me say this right here. Okay, I don't know about city people that much, but out here in the country, us guys love a woman that can keep up with the guys and who can go in and cook a good hot meal. Okay? Yeah, I mean, that's all that matters right there. A female that can go out, that can hunt, put meat on the table just as good as a guy does, that can fish and work the fields, do their chores and everything. We don't want a city girl to come out here and hold the fish right. Will you bait my hook? Will you take the fish off? So forth. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, bushcraft.
All hate mail send to him.
Hey, I got no problem with hate mail. I can delete it just as quick as you can send it. But
well, I won't say there are some city girls that do transition, and they love it.
Yeah, they do.
It may take them a bit, but they end up loving it.
Yeah.
It just you never see that part. It's always hidden, and it's always meant to be like it's lower class people doing that stuff. It's bad.
That's so powerful.
Uncivilized.
Well, I forgot exactly who said this, but it makes a lot of sense. When shit hits the fan, who do you think the North is going to come to for survival tips and everything? It's going to be a country boy, a redneck country. Let me rephrase that. It's going to be a country person, redneck and everything. Boy, and the women be doing it because truthfully,
that is a what they call a racist thing now, is calling somebody redneck.
Well, then I'm just as redneck as the next one. Racist. I'm not.
What was the other one that I got a kick out of.
She.
Oh, like if you know,
Birth and mother.
A black person, if they don't call themselves African American, then they are racist, even though that they've had many generations being born here. There's a thing going around now that if they don't call themselves that, then they're on the other side.
Well, now there is one or two things that I've seen, and I cannot think of the name of them, but they show country people. I'm gonna put it to you like that. They show country people, and in these videos, there's more black people that are more country than you'll ever think about. You know, cowboys or whatever, riding horses, cooking out, mud bogging. Oh, damn. That's a whole nother story right there, Deputy. Mud wrestling. There's more black people doing that than anybody would think of. And they'll flat out tell you, people not racist down here.
Yeah,
the media is making them out to be.
Yeah, that's because they got to try to get that division going.
Yeah,
and if even like the guy said, he says, I don't know if I came from Africa. Why would I call myself that if I don't even know where I came from? And he says, my family came from England. And he said, from England, we came here. And he brought back from his history how many generations were from that area that came over to United States. And he says, I've had so many generations. And he said, well, your families were the locked up people. And he says, no, we came from England and we had a farm and everything. We were never those people.
Well, I'm not going to get deep into it, but one of the biggest families that owned slaves were black people.
Well, I wasn't going to say the word.
Well,
that's why I said locked up people.
I don't. But the point of the matter is, down here in the South, and I'm pretty sure Watt will agree with me, we are nowhere near as racist as the media is making us out to be. Plain.
Oh no! I mean, we've got crime in my city like any other city, but I mean it's nothing like directly based or anything. Most people get along.
Atlanta would be probably more than the rest of the state.
I would say around, yeah.
Probably same thing in Jeff's big cities too.
Atlanta's definitely the most diverse, for sure.
Yeah.
Just with the general population, and you got the music industry and the film industry that's in Atlanta.
And like they say, if you go to a small town, you don't see that. Well, they say other things, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't believe nothing you see on the news or nothing like that. Yeah. 99.99% is all lies. It ain't that I hate to say it. It's the truth. It really is. if people has never really been to the South to see how it is, try it. It ain't nothing like he say it is. Now,
Time's
okay.
up.
Oh shit, time's been up. Well,
Uh-oh.
damn.
Taters ready.
Yeah, okay.
Good thing I didn't hit the wrong button.
Yeah, that would
Taters
have
definitely done.
before time was up because I had got to go if you get that one. All right, we're gonna call it stops. We'll probably take up Monday on Bushcraft's channel.
Yeah.
So everybody have a good weekend until weekend. Everybody have a good week
Yeah,
until
we still have the rest of the week to make it through.
You take your medicine, Jeff.
Yeah, take your medicine.
yeah, I'm an hour and a half late taking it. So,
Yeah, as
all right.
long as I get mine at 10 or 11 o'clock, I'm good.
Well, I try to keep mine about 9 o'clock, but I've got an hour.
And there you go. Give Dixie a hug.
Dixie Grace Johnson wants me to give you a hug. Is there something you're not telling me? I'm glad y'all didn't hear that. I'm gonna call it stops because I know y'all don't want to see nobody get murdered on stream tonight or here. So everybody have a good rest of the week. And God bless all of you. And take that, YouTube.
What I sell is a lifestyle.
Out.
Nobody was harmed in the filming of this broadcast.
Yeah.
There you go.